Dear students, today I am going to deal with the left part of the sentences. Although we have discussed earlier the types of sentences like assertive, imperative, exclamatory and interrogative sentences. Also we have discussed about optative sentences. But today I am going to tell you about the sentences which are described or defined on the basis of their composition. These sentences or this chapter will come later on when we will deal with the transformation of sentences. Here I am going to give an introduction to it. Elaborately we will discuss at the time when we will do our transformation of sentences chapter. Now, on the basis of their composition, there are of three types of sentences: simple, compound and complex. Simple sentence, a sentence which has only one finite verb in it is called a simple sentence. Like an old man sat under a tree. Here, sat is the finite verb, second form of the verb. Take another example. An old man wearing very old fashioned glasses and dusty clothes sat under a tree, not noticing anything passing by. See, this is a long sentence, yet it has only one finite verb, sat, and noticing, passing are non-finite verbs. Therefore, it is a simple sentence. You must pay attention, you must keep in your mind that a simple sentence has only one finite verb. Now, a simple sentence may have a double subject or a double object, like an old man and a young girl sat under a tree. Here, old man and young girl are two subjects but only one finite verb. So, it is a simple sentence with double subject. Second, an old man watched the boys and girls. Here, boys and girls are the objects, whereas watched is a finite verb. So, a simple sentence may have two objects. Now, a compound sentence. A compound sentence made up of two or more principal or main clauses is called a compound sentence. Like, the boy ran away, the old man was left alone. Or you can say, the boy ran away and the old man was left alone. Here, two principal or main clauses are there. In the chapter sentences, we had discussed about the clauses and phrases. A clause is having a finite verb and which gives a complete meaning. Here see, the two clauses are there. The boy ran away and the old man was left alone. When these two are joined together, it becomes a compound sentence. Now see, Sudha went home and she took rest. You can use it like this: Sudha went home and took rest. Because Sudha and she are same subject, as she is used as a pronoun for Sudha. So, when in a compound sentence two things are told about same subject, then in second sentence subject is omitted. See here, she is being used as a pronoun on the place of Sudha. We will never use Sudha went home and Sudha took rest. This will be wrong. The correct form is Sudha went home and she took rest, or Sudha went home and took rest. Note, if a compound sentence is made up of two clauses and if the subject of the second clause is the same as the subject of the first, the second subject is often omitted. Always keep in your mind that if two things are told about the same subject in second clause, when it is joined to the first clause, the subject is omitted. Only one subject we use for both the clauses. Now coming to the complex sentence, a sentence made up of principal or main clause and one or more subordinate clauses is called a complex sentence. Means a complex sentence has only one main clause and one or many subordinate clauses. Like Priyanka ordered lunch for me because I was feeling hungry. Here, two finite verbs, ordered and was feeling, thus two clauses. Now see, Priyanka ordered lunch for me. This is the main clause. Because I was feeling hungry. This is the subordinate clause. Here, the first clause makes complete sense and it is capable of standing on its own as an independent sentence. Thus, it is called main or principal clause. This we had discussed earlier also, that what is the main clause and what is the subordinate clause. But here you see, the other clause, like because I was feeling hungry, makes a sense but incomplete sense. Also, it cannot stand on its own, and to complete its meaning, it is to be joined to the main clause. Thus, it is a subordinate or dependent clause. And this is the main feature of complex sentence. A subordinate clause is joined to the principal clause by a subordinating conjunction. See here, a subordinate clause is joined to the principal clause by a subordinating conjunction. A subordinate clause can be a noun clause. You must pay attention. A subordinate clause can be a noun clause, an adjective clause, or an adverb clause. Now students, I am ending this chapter here and hope that it will help you in the next chapter when we will discuss about the transformation of sentences. As it is the part of sentences, I only gave you an introduction. Later, I will describe this elaborately. Thank you. Be blessed.